Hello everyone. As I have already told in the previous video that today we will discuss the formulas, the trigonometric formulas. Okay, we will start from the basics and we will cover the basics first, and then we will come to the bigger formulas or the formulas which we will be using in class 11th and 12th. Okay, so let's start with the smaller ones. First of all, trigonometric identities. We all know there are three trigonometric identities. Okay, trigonometric identities. Okay, now they are sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Next is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Next is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Now you have to understand that these identities, it's not like that you have to use these identities in the form which I have written. Okay, so because let's say the first identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, it can also be written as sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, or cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Okay. Similarly, the second identity can also be written as sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta, or sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Okay. The third identity can also be written in the form of cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1, or cosec square theta minus 1 is equal to cot square theta. Now these are the basic formulas which we used to study in class 9th or 10th when the trigonometry was introduced to us. Okay. Now let's come to other formulas. Okay, like sine 2a. It is 2 sine A cos A. And what is the other formula? 2 tan A upon 1 plus tan square A. Now, these are the two formulas for sine 2A. Okay? Let's go to cos 2A. Cos 2 will give us cos square A minus sine square A, or 1 minus 2 sine square A, or theta. Okay, since I'm writing theta, so let's take it theta, or 2 cos square theta minus 1, or 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Now these are the formulas for cos 2 theta. Okay. Now what is the formula for sin 3 theta or sin 3a? Is 3 sin A minus 4 sin QA. Okay. Now what is the formula for cos 3a or cos 3 theta? 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos q. Okay. Now what is the formula for tan 2a? It is 2 tan A upon 1 minus tan square A. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds to take the screenshot, and then we will write down next set of formulas. Thank you. Okay, I hope you all have taken the screenshot of the previous formulas. Let's start with the other set of formulas. Tan 3 theta, 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta whole upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Okay? Now, let's go to other set of formulas. This was sin 2 theta, sin 3 theta, cos 2 theta, cos 3 theta, tan 2 theta, tan 3 theta. Okay? Now, let's go to other set of formulas. That is sin of a plus b. Sin of a plus b is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Okay? Now, other formula, sin of a minus b. It will be sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Now, from these two formula, we will deduce another set of formulas. Okay? So first of all, I am using these two formulas. Then I will tell you the formula for cos a plus b and cos a minus b. Okay. Now let's go. Consider this. This is your equation number 1, and this is your equation number 2. Okay? If we simply add both the equations, if we add equation 1 and equation 2, the LHS which we will get is sin a plus b plus of sin a minus b. And RHS, see, this is plus, this is minus, so this will get cancelled out, so we will simply get 2 sin a cos b. Now this is the formula which we use in class 11. So 2 sin a cos b is equal to sin a plus b plus sin a minus b. Okay? Let's consider this as equation number 3. Now let's now subtract equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Now when we subtract 1 from 2, I should say 2 from 1 actually, though उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा आपको, because when you will do that, so the negative signs will be cancelled out from the both sides. So if you do 2 from 1 or 1 from 2, at the end you will get the same answer. Okay, so let's start. It would be sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b. Right? Okay. So now we will change the sign. So this will become negative, because when we subtract, we change the sign of the lower terms. Okay? So this will get minus, this will get minus, this will become positive. Okay? So minus plus gets cancelled out. Sin a plus b minus of sin a minus b. This will become plus. So it will become 2 times of cos a sin b. This is equation number 4. Now these equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4. These all are formulas. Okay. Now from 3 and 4 we can deduce another pair of formula. Okay. Let's see how. What we're gonna do is we will simply consider that let a plus b is equal to c and a minus b is equal to d. Okay. So if we add these two, so we will get simply a plus b plus of a minus b is equal to c plus d. Okay. So let me do it for you. We will get a plus b plus a minus b is equal to c plus d. So b and b will get cancelled out. So 2a is equal to c plus d. So a will be equal to c plus d by 2. Similarly, if we subtract these two, we will get b is equal to c minus d by 2. Now what we are going to do is in equation 3 and 4, at the place of a and b, we will simply write c plus d by 2 or c minus d by 2, and in place of a plus b and a minus b, we will write c and d. So our other set of formula will be sin a plus b, so a plus b is c, so sin c plus a minus b is d, so sin d is equal to 2 sine A cos B. That means 2 sine A. What is A? C plus D by 2. C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. And now when we go to sin C minus sin D from equation number 4, so we will get 2 cos A sin D, that is 2 cos C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. Please take the screenshot, and then after that we will do the formula of cos A plus B and cos A minus B. Thank you. Okay, so now let's start with another set of formulas of cos A plus B and cos A minus B. So here it is. Cos of A plus B can be written as cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Okay, and now cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Okay, so let's say this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Again, these two equations are a formula, set of formulas. Now using these two set of formulas we will reduce another pair of formula. Okay, how are we going to do that? Let's see. So now we will simply add both the equations. So we will get cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, that is LHS, okay, is equal to, see, negative positive cancels out, we get 2 cos A cos B. This is our equation number 3. Now what we are going to do, we will simply subtract 2 from 1. So what we are going to get? Cos A plus B minus of cos A minus B. Now see, when we are subtracting, this will become negative, this will become negative, so negative, this comes over here, this negative sign, this becomes negative, so cos A cos B minus cos A cos B gets cancelled out, and this becomes negative, so we simply get 2 minus of 2 sin A sin B. Now, in order to remove this negative sign, we will transpose this negative sign to the other side, so the equation will become cos of A minus B minus of cos A plus B, and the equation will be 2 sin A sin B. That's our equation number 4. Now again same logic, that is, let's say A plus B is equal to C and A minus B is equal to D. So from here again we will get A is equal to C plus D by 2 by adding these two, and we will get B is equal to C minus D by 2 by subtracting these two things. Okay, now what we are going to do is we will simply put the values of A, B and A plus B and A minus B in equation number 3 and equation number 4. So here it is. What we will get? Cos A plus B, that means cos C plus cos D is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. Now, this is the equation number 5. Okay. Now, what we are going to do again in equation when we will put the values of these terms in equation number 4, so it will become cos. See now, this is the catch. Okay, this you have to understand this carefully. That it is cos A minus B. That is D. So what we will write, cos D minus cos C is equal to 2 sin C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. This is your equation number 6. I'll give you a few seconds to note it down, and once you note down, so with this we have identified 8 formulas. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 8, actually 12 formulas. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 these formulas, and the 6 previous one, which were because of the sin a plus b and sin a minus b. Okay, so in total we have identified 12 formulas. Now the question arises, how are we gonna learn it? Okay, because it is not possible every time when you go in a paper you will write these all things and then you reduce the formula. So in order to learn it, you can simply use a trick. What is the trick? Now see, if both the values are on the 2 cos a cos, that if we have cos on both a and b, so the LHS would be, or the other side, or the transformation of this would be addition of cos, that is cos a plus b, and plus of cos a minus b. Okay, now if we have sine, in sine what we gonna do? Subtraction of cos, but cos b minus c, cos d minus c. So that means if we have sine on the both sine a sine b, so in cos we will be doing subtraction. If we have cos a cos b, in cos we will be doing addition. Okay, and same goes with sin a cos b, because last in the previous formula which we have written, it was 2 sin a cos b. So sin a cos b, sin was first, cos was second. So whenever this thing arises, we will simply write down sin of a plus b, okay, plus of sin a minus b. And when it is 2 cos a sin b, cos is first, sin is second. So what we will get? Sin of a plus b minus of sin a minus b. Okay, so this is a kind of trick. Okay, cos cos, then cos में addition, sin sin, then cos में subtraction. Yes, but in cos you have to, in subtraction you have to understand this. It's d first, then c. Cos d minus cos c, not cos c minus cos d. Similarly in sin, both are first is sin, second is cos, sin में addition. First is cos, second is sin, sin में subtraction. Okay? Thank you. Okay, now next concept is quadrant concept. Okay, though in my early videos, okay, I have already mentioned the quadrant concept or explained the quadrant concept. Okay, but here again I will be explaining the quadrant concept in a very precise, in a very summarized way. Okay, not precise but summarized. Okay, so let's start. Now consider this a graph. Okay, it's a graph. Let's say it's a graph is, we have a graph like this. Okay, consider this. Okay, now this is the first quadrant, this is your second quadrant, and this is your third quadrant, and this is your fourth quadrant. Now this is your what? 0 degree. Okay, this is your 90 degree, 90 degree mark. This is your 180 degree mark, and this is your 270 degree mark. And again, when the full circle is completed, we again come over here. So that means 0 degree, or I can simply write 360 degree. Right? Okay. Now we have 6 trigonometric ratios. That is sine, cos, tan. Reciprocal of sine is cosec. Reciprocal of cos is sec. And reciprocal of tan is what? Okay, we have 6 trigonometric ratios. Now this is 0, this is 90, so I can simply say whatever the degree will lie over here will always be greater than the 0 and less than 90 degree. So similarly the second quadrant, whatever the degree over here will be greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Same goes over here. Whatever the degree comes over here will be greater than 180 degree and less than 270 degree. And in this, whatever we get, it would be greater than 270 degree and less than what? 360 degree. Yes or no? Okay. Just a moment. Now, so I have to check whether the camera was working or not. Okay, now come back to the question, concept. Okay, so this is the concept. Okay, we divided the whole graph into 4 quadrants: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and then we are determining what the angles will lie where. Okay, so now let us understand this. Okay, very carefully. In first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive. In the third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. In the fourth quadrant, cos and sec are positive. Okay. What trick I have studied in school is add sugar to coffee. Okay. But you can also write add sugar to chai, because chai is our first love. Okay. So now all add. So add A stands for all positive. Sugar, S stands for sine and cosec. 2 into the T stands for tan and cot. In coffee, the C stands for cos and sec. Okay, so add sugar to coffee. So this is what we have to understand. First quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. In the second quadrant, the trigonometric ratio of sine and cosec is positive. In the third quadrant, the trigonometric ratio of tan and cot is positive. In the fourth quadrant, the trigonometric ratio of cos and sec is positive. Okay. Now, here what I can write is, that means sine of 90 minus theta, cos 90 minus theta, tan 90 minus theta, cosec 90 minus theta, sec 90 minus theta, cot 90 minus theta. Now, what is 90 minus theta? Here, as we all know, this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree. So the maximum angle which we can attain is 90. The minimum is 0. Okay. So now, when the maximum is 90, minimum is 0. So theta would be the angle lying somewhere between 90 and 0. Okay. So sine 90 minus, that means, please understand this, reciprocal of sine is cosec, reciprocal of cos is sec, reciprocal of tan is cot. But when we try to understand the complementary reciprocal, what is complementary angle? Two angles having sum is equal to 90 degrees. So complementary reciprocal means the complementary reciprocal of sine is cos, complementary reciprocal of tan is cot, complementary reciprocal of cosec is sec, and vice versa. That's why whenever in class 9, when you were told to learn the angles, that sine 0 degree, sine 30 degrees, sine 45, sine 60, cos 30, cos 45. So you will see the value of sine 30 degree will coincide with the value of cos 60 degree. Okay, because both the trigonometric ratios are complementary to each other. Okay, so sine 90 minus theta will give us cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta will give us sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta will give us cot theta. Cosec 90 minus theta will give us sec theta. Sec 90 minus theta will give us cosec theta. Cot 90 minus theta will give us tan theta. Okay? Now, if this is 90 minus, so that means in this it will be 90 plus. Okay, it will be 90 plus. So what we are going to get? Sin 90 plus theta. Sin, sorry, not sin. Cos 90 plus theta. Tan 90 plus theta. Cosec 90 plus theta. Sec 90 plus theta. And cot 90 plus theta. Okay. Now, sin 90 plus theta, as I have already told, the reciprocal of the sine will be over here in the quadrant concept is cos. So sin 90 plus theta will be cos theta. cos 90 plus theta will be sin theta, tan 90 plus theta will be cot theta, cosec 90 plus theta will be sec theta, sec 90 plus theta will be cosec theta, and cot 90 plus theta will be tan theta. But now, as I have already mentioned you earlier, that in second quadrant the values of sine and cosec are only positive, that is sine and cosec, right? So that means all the other answers would be negative. Okay, understood? Okay. See, if everybody was able to understand maths in one time, so it was very easy. There would be no mathematics classes. Okay, one class and it is more than enough. So but it is not possible. You have to revise it again and again in order to understand the concept. So today we'll be stopping right now, and this is the concept for quadrant concept for 90 plus minus theta and 90 plus theta. Okay, in the next video we'll be doing 180 minus theta and 180 plus theta. Okay, and then we will be doing 270 minus theta, 270 plus theta, 360 minus theta, 360 plus theta. Okay, we'll be covering both all the quadrants. But now, for now, it is sin 90 plus theta and sin 90 minus theta. Okay, so these kind of videos will be going along with the videos of the differentiation. I will be making the differentiation video for another exercise in the next video. So for now, thank you. I'm giving you a few seconds, so take the screenshot. So goodbye for